The man is the leader of a sect with no cultivation level. Even the legendary Yegu Citadel respectfully calls him Big Brother. Turns out he awakened a supreme sect system. As long as he successfully accepts a disciple, he can summon powerful beings from all realms. Celestial Wave Land is an immortal cultivation land. Here, cultivators are considered superior beings. Mortals are destined to lead a life of hardship. Therefore, people spend their whole lives searching for methods of immortal cultivation. The man is named Wang Maple. 3 days ago, he was still an office worker. He died suddenly from overworking and staying up late. Then he transmigrated to Celestial Wave Land. But when his soul transmigrated, he collided with a cultivator who could fly using a sword. He immediately keenly realized that he had transmigrated. Fortunately, he activated the system. And it's a system called Supreme Sect. Wang Maple thought that since he has a golden finger, he will definitely be able to dominate this other world in the future. However, the system reminded him that this was just a disciple recruitment system. The host needed to establish their own sect and make it flourish. Faced with the system's recruitment task, Wang Maple could only silently choose to accept. Then a series of prompts started popping up madly. The time limit for the task was 3 days. Upon completion, Wang Maple could receive the 8 Desolations and 6 Directions Peerless and Supreme Grand Gift Package. He simply has no confidence to take on any disciples. But the system reminded him that if he could not complete the task on time, he would be forcefully eliminated. Wang Maple did not expect this damn system to be so ruthless. Time passed in the blink of an eye, and it was already the 3rd day. A chubby guy is striving to find a wife for himself in the future, while preparing to embark on his immortal cultivation journey up the mountain. But he did not expect that no sect was willing to accept him. Now he only has the option of joining the Immortal Being Sect left in his hands. After following the address on the poster, he went up the mountain. He found only a broken grass hut there. The cheated fat man was about to turn and run away. Wang Maple, however, caught his leg ahead of him and asked him not to leave. Then he quickly expressed that he was the sect leader of the Immortal Being Sect, Wang Maple. Wang Maple stayed to be the only big fool who came in the next 3 days. He quickly began a flurry of persuasions to get him to join his sect. But the fat man was obviously not a fool. The fat man pointed to his rundown thatched cottage and started cursing loudly. Isn't your Immortal Being Sect just a rundown thatched cottage? And you don't look like a good person at all. But Wang Maple persisted and stuck to me like glue. Then he said that both people and sects are not just what they appear to be. Other sects can't see your talent, but our sect can see that you are exceptionally gifted. The fatty began to gradually lose himself. Can I really achieve immortal cultivation and become an immortal? Wang Maple increased his output immediately upon seeing the fish hooked. Our sect is called Immortal Being Sect for a reason. Join our Immortal Being Sect, and I guarantee you will become an immortal. Fatty is completely not calm now. He imagines himself cultivating the Tao and attaining immortality, and marrying a beautiful woman in the future. So he happily handed over all his possessions. Wang Maple quickly reached out to take the money bag. But the fat man suddenly grabbed it tightly. Then he asked his soul the ultimate question. What if I can't become immortal? Wang Maple quickly gestured for him to rest assured. If immortal cultivation fails, he will give him a full refund. Although the fat man had some doubts, he was impressed by how proactive Wang Maple was in soliciting him. He was also convinced that he was undoubtedly a genius in immortal cultivation. Then the fat guy started making a bunch of unreasonable demands. But in order to avoid being completely suppressed by the system, Wang Maple could only smile and agree to all of the requests. Fatty finally let go completely and handed the money bag to Wang Maple. Just as the cloth bag fell into his hand, the system immediately prompted that the Supreme Sect System activation was successful. He could immediately check the attribute panel. Wang Maple quickly found an excuse and headed towards the thatched hut. He then opened the panel to check the rewards. On his attribute panel, he only saw that cultivation level, physique, and bloodline were all empty. But there was an additional summoning chance and lottery chance. Upon seeing Wang Maple's confusion, the system spoke up to provide an explanation. The summoning chance can summon powerful beings from various realms. The summoned powerful beings will belong to the sect created by the host, and can impart sect disciples to the host. Upon hearing this, Wang Maple recalled the scene of destitution when he first arrived on this continent. So he decisively used up the summoning opportunity without any hesitation. With a golden light appearing above the thatched house, a man in white clothes suddenly emerged from the golden light in response to the summons. The commotion caused by the summoning instantly frightened the fat man. The terrifying vision immediately caused him to continuously scream for help. But he was surprised to find that the thatched cottage actually stood firm and didn't collapse. The fat man immediately rushed into the house. But he found Wang Maple leisurely drinking tea. So the fat man pointed outside and shouted loudly, "Sect leader, Dad! The outside world is in chaos, and you are here drinking tea." At the same time, the system summoning was also successfully completed. The visitor turned out to be the Lord of White Cloud City, Yegu Citadel. Wang Maple was instantly delighted at the sight. Then he walked slowly to the front of Yegu Citadel and joked, "So this is the doomsday you were talking about. He is the guardian of our sect. No need to be surprised." Fatty then calmed down and asked, "I didn't expect our sect to have such a master. What stage is he at?" Wang Maple couldn't help but feel a little confused when he heard this. Indeed, in the immortal cultivation world, they all talk about cultivation level stages. Although Yegu Citadel is a sword immortal, I'm not sure if he can win here. So Wang Maple secretly opened Yegu Citadel's attribute interface. Immediately, a system prompt popped up. Yegu Citadel. Cultivation level, Royal Lord Stage Pinnacle. Mythic Weapon, Soaring Rainbow, all are celestial grade pinnacle. When Fatty learned that Yegu Citadel is at the Royal Lord stage, he was shocked. Those who can reach the Royal Lord stage in the entire Solar Radiance Empire are all top-notch powerhouses. Wang Maple saw Fatty's excited reaction. Wang Maple immediately felt relieved. And Yegu Citadel also walked up to Wang Maple at this moment and bowed respectfully. The fat man's worldviews immediately shattered into pieces. He has never seen a strong expert like Royal Lord Stage bow to someone in his life. Wang Maple's image immediately became taller in his mind. And Wang Maple saw the fat man being suppressed by himself. He immediately spoke to signal to come and meet Yegu Citadel Elder. The fat man hurriedly knelt down to show respect to Yegu Citadel. Upon seeing this, Wang Maple couldn't help but secretly rejoice. After witnessing the power of Yegu Citadel, this simpleton had indeed become much more honest. So Wang Maple inquired about the usefulness of the lottery chances in the system. The system immediately replied, "You can let the host draw the lottery. The prizes that can be drawn include the physique bloodline and cultivation level of the summoned person. Once drawn, it can be used by sect disciples or the host themselves." Wang Maple suddenly became excited. "Does this mean I can also become an immortal? Hurry up and draw for me." The main leader of this sect has no cultivation level at all. I didn't expect him to unexpectedly receive a beautiful woman's application to join the sect. Just now, when Wang Maple found out that he had the chance to draw the physique bloodline of a summoned powerhouse and a cultivation level, he immediately couldn't wait to start drawing. With a burst of light appearing, a system prompt immediately sounded. "Congratulations, the host has drawn a 10% cultivation level from Yegu Citadel. See the system inquiry for choosing to use it yourself." As a mortal, Wang Maple naturally chooses to prioritize improving oneself. Then the system prompts him. The 10% cultivation level of Yegu Citadel can allow him to advance to the early aspect entry stage. But Wang Maple doesn't know what level this belongs to. So he asked Fatty if he knew. "How is the immortal cultivation stage divided?" The fat man didn't think too much and answered. "Immortal cultivation is divided into foundation establishment, mystic veins, and Spirit Awakening. Royal Lord Aspect Entry. Mystic General Mystic Lord. Mystic Saga Mystic Emperor, and 10 other stages. Although Aspect Entry stage is mediocre, it is still stronger than Mortal. So Wang Maple directly let the system extract the cultivation level to begin absorbing it at the moment of cultivation level breakthrough. The golden light emerged successively. Wang Maple now feels full of strength throughout his body. The fat man's eyes lit up at the sight. Wow! Instant shirt explosion. Sect leader is indeed not mortal. In order to show the sect's awesomeness, Wang Maple spoke up. As long as you diligently cultivate in this sect, I guarantee you will break through to the aspect entry stage within a year. When these words were spoken, Fatty was instantly stunned. How could this be possible? Unless one is an unparalleled genius, it is extremely difficult to step into the aspect entry stage even in a lifetime. But Wang Maple burst into laughter. If we don't have any capability, how dare we still call ourselves the Immortal Being Sect? Fat immediately knocked fiercely at Wang Maple. It must be that the ancestors of the Li family are sending their blessings, allowing me, Li Qing, the honor of joining the Immortal Being Sect. Disciples must cultivate diligently, and will never disappoint the sect leader's guidance. Then Wang Maple carefully felt his body's 5 senses. Now he could even hear every sound in this canyon clearly. At that moment, the birds flying over the canyon kept emitting screams. A girl was walking towards them. This immediately caught Wang Maple's attention. And Yegu Citadel on the side reminded him. The other party should be a cultivator, and both the foundation and cultivation level are remarkable. It's a fellow cultivator. Wang Maple doesn't know if the newcomer is a friend or foe. For safety reasons, he directly signaled to Yegu Citadel to go greet the other party. Upon hearing this, Yegu Citadel didn't say much. Instead, he fiercely gripped the long sword in his hand. Then he suddenly inserted the sword into the ground, bursting with a powerful momentum. I don't know which friend is in the sky. Please come down for a meeting. The next second, a mighty gust of wind suddenly rose from the ground. And the advertisement leaflets of the Immortal Being Sect were also swept up by the gust of wind. Wang Maple couldn't help but be surprised at the scene. Do people in the martial world greet each other so extravagantly? And the appearance of this hurricane happened to block the woman's way. The woman felt the power of the hurricane and immediately paled. She quickly stepped on the flying bird again in an attempt to bypass it. But she suddenly found a flyer floating in front of her eyes. The woman did not hesitate to draw her long sword from her waist and strike directly at it. And in an instant, a loud shout rang out from Yegu Citadel. Do not destroy the items of our sect! He slowly drew out the celestial-grade pinnacle mythic weapon. He then swung his sword. A surging sword chi shot out suddenly, only to see the sword chi accurately landing on the flyer. Then it swept the flyer from side to side. After dodging the incoming sword slashes, it went straight to the woman's face. The woman's view was obscured. She fell suddenly from the air. Then, there was a loud bang. She landed heavily on the ground. Wang Maple felt uneasy about this way of greeting. Even if the visitor was a friend, they might end up becoming enemies. So he signaled for the chubby person to go and greet them. The chubby person cautiously walked up to the woman and asked, Lady Immortal, are you doing okay? She dispersed the spiritual power on the flyer. The flyer then fell down. She directly shouted loudly, Who the hell is littering? Wang's sect leader immediately approached calmly upon hearing the shout. This is not trash, but a flyer from my Immortal Being Sect. The woman couldn't help but look at the flyer in her hand in astonishment. Then she asked again, Is this the Immortal Being Sect? Yes. And I am Wang Maple, the sect leader of the Immortal Being Sect. Just then, the system suddenly issued a prompt. Congratulations to the host for discovering a genius. Triggering a new task. Recruit 10 disciples. Reward: 10 times summoning and 10 times lottery opportunities. Wang Maple was overjoyed when he saw it. He just received this contraband from Li Qing. As a result, the system summoned the Sword Path expert Yagu Citadel and a cultivator at the aspect entry stage level. If this time, a genius becomes the disciple, wouldn't that mean I can soar to greater heights? So Wang Maple boldly began to praise the girl as a once-in-a-lifetime cultivation genius. Upon hearing these familiar words, Fatty immediately launched a soul investigation. Why do you always say that to everyone you meet? Wang Maple quickly covered Fatty's mouth, then let out a sly chuckle. Wang Maple knew that the woman in front of him could control birds to fly, proving her extraordinary abilities. Although the stage might not necessarily be higher than his, her practical experience was definitely superior to his. This kind of deception scheme was unlikely to work. But unexpectedly, the woman suddenly interrupted. You said you are the sect leader of the Immortal Being Sect, right? The flyer says that Immortal Being Sect is recruiting. What do you think of me? A man as a sect leader, but only has intermediate combat power. But unexpectedly, the talented young girl is eager to join the sect. Fatty and Wang Maple were overjoyed when they saw this. This is like a pie falling from the sky. But the system advised him not to be too happy too soon. Because if the other party has not paid the entrance fee, it does not count as a successful recruitment. In order to complete the task, Wang Maple had to reach out and ask for the entrance fee. According to the rules of the Immortal Being Sect, you need to actively pay all the money on you as entrance fee. Ling Fly Dancing caught Wang Maple's hand and acted coquettish. I need to leave in a hurry. I don't have money on me. Can I make it up later? Wang Maple had to comply despite reluctance as the system enforced the requirement. Fatty couldn't help but be secretly shocked at these words. Even someone like Ling Fly Dancing has to pay to join the sect leader. I really hit the jackpot. However, just at this moment, a group of figures suddenly appeared behind Ling Fly Dancing. At the same time, wicked laughter rang out. Do you really think you can escape from Lord Benhao's grasp? Your father can't even protect you. Are you still counting on these few weaklings? Wang Maple immediately realized that he was actually the pie for others. And Ling Fly Dancing also hid behind Wang Maple, shouting loudly. Lin Cloudy. I am now a disciple of the Immortal Being Sect. You are in front of our sect leader. How can you continue to indulge in acts that destroy human nature? Lin Cloudy laughed heartily, while leading a group of followers, slowly approaching. How dare you steal the prey of this lord? I don't mind taking care of all of you at once. After all, my dog slaves have all reached the Mystic General Stage cultivation level. Upon hearing this, Wang Maple couldn't help but secretly mutter. The Mystic General Stage is only one level lower than me. There are 5 more people. In addition, the level of the leader is unknown. It seems that this apprenticeship recruitment is a bit uncertain. Meanwhile, Ling Fly Dancing was already trembling with fear. But at this moment, the fat guy suddenly blocked Ling Fly Dancing and burst into laughter. Just a bunch of weaklings from the Mystic General. Junior sister, rest assured. Sect leader can easily crush them with just one finger. When this statement came out, the group of little gagas immediately got angry. They would have loved to tear the fat guy's mouth apart. And Wang Maple immediately cursed in his heart. Li Qing, you troublemaker, always causing trouble for me. Although my stage suppresses them. If I accidentally lose, wouldn't it affect my business of recruiting apprentices? Just as Wang Maple was about to speak. However, Ling Fly Dancing took the initiative to bow and express gratitude before him, thanking the sect leader for lending a helping hand. The two of them sang in harmony, making it impossible for Wang Maple to refuse. He had no choice but to calmly say, I am here. No one can bully you. And now Ling Cloudy's group is getting impatient. They rushed out first and surrounded Wang Maple. Wang Maple looked at the big machete coming towards him. But Wang Maple suddenly felt that everyone's movements slowed down. Even the utensils became extremely soft. He couldn't help but chuckle. It seems like the saying that a higher cultivation level can suppress lower levels is indeed true. These people were originally the best practice targets for Wang Maple. But if they fight back in front of Disciple, it's too embarrassing. He raised his head abruptly when Wang Maple's hand shouted fiercely, "Yegu Citadel!" When Yegu Citadel heard the shout, his face froze, and he drew out his long sword directly. Then Yegu Citadel's figure suddenly began to flicker. The long sword slashed out accordingly. Only 2.5 seconds to take out all the little Gagas. Then he firmly held the long sword against Lin Cloudy's neck. And Wang Maple joked, "Aren't you guys very powerful? How did you fall so quickly?" On the side, Ling Flydancing immediately exclaimed, "Oh my god! That's the Mystic General Stage. It can be considered as a presence of medium or above level in the entire Solar Radiance Empire." Lin Cloudy looked at Yegu Citadel, and was already scared to the point of wetting himself. Can kill 5 experts with one move. Is this person at the aspect entry stage? No, he should be at the Royal Lord stage. Even my dad is only at the Royal Lord stage. At this point, it seems like this is the only move I have left. For the sake of survival, Lin Cloudy quickly clasped his hands together and spoke. "I was ignorant and made a mistake. Please spare me this time. This time when you leave, I will make sure my father, Marquis Xianlan of Solar Radiance Empire, prepares a generous gift for you." Upon hearing the name Marquis Xianlan, Ling Flydancing immediately gritted his teeth in anger. However, Wang Maple remained indifferent. "Whoever you are, as long as you dare to come, I will make sure to eliminate you without fail." When Ling Flydancing heard this, her eyes instantly lit up. And Fatty also kept nodding in agreement. I said, "There shouldn't be an issue with our sect leader. Squeezing Marquis Xianlan to death is just a matter of using 2 fingers. But Ling Flydancing shook his head and sighed. Marquis Xianlan Manor is unmatched in the entire Solar Radiance Empire. Almost no one dares to provoke them. Marquis Xianlan Lin Tianxiong not only possesses the cultivation level of a royal lord but also commands the Xianlan Legion, a force of 500 soldiers, each at the level of a mystic general. Additionally, there are 10 military officers at the aspect entry stage. Their strength can rival all the medium-level sects within the Solar Radiance Empire. So they can act lawlessly and persecute me. I can only escape. Escape forever." The sect leader of the Immortal Being Sect doesn't even care about powerful entities, like the Marquis Xianlan Manor. Maybe he can really help me. Upon thinking of this, Ling Flydancing immediately offered a serious apprenticeship ceremony to Wang Maple without hesitation. Wang Maple was suddenly shocked. "What's wrong with you? Why all of a sudden make such a grand gesture?" Ling Flydancing, however, lowered their head and said in a deep voice, "At first, I did indeed join the Immortal Being Sect with a mentality of acting in haste due to illness. But now I am confident that the sect leader can uphold justice for the Ling family." Wang Maple was surprised when he heard this. "What grievances do you and Lin Cloudy have between you?" Ling Flydancing immediately gritted his teeth. Disciple encountered the young Marquis of Xianlan Manor, Lin Cloudy, during an outing for training. He coveted the beauty of Disciple. Disciple tried everything to escape from his clutches, waiting for Disciple to return to the Ling family. Disciple found Lin Cloudy, with the strong individuals from Marquis Xianlan Manor, with the father's desperate protection. I only had the opportunity to escape the tiger's mouth. Speaking of this, Ling Flydancing couldn't help but shudder all over. If it weren't for his father's desperate protection, the Disciple might not have seen the sect leader again. After hearing this, Wang Maple came to her side and said softly, "Don't worry. Regardless of whether you are from this sect or not on this matter, I will uphold justice. The Celestial Sword God has finally come to the time of action." Just now, Wang Maple decided to help Ling Flydancing seek revenge. While Lin Cloudy saw that he could not survive, he fought desperately, grabbing handfuls of sand and throwing them up, trying to escape. I thought he would kneel down and beg for mercy, but Wang Maple was taken aback. However, he still signaled Ling Flydancing to rest assured. "Elder Yegu is here." Yegu Citadel slowly pulled out the soaring rainbow sword from his hand. His momentum suddenly soared. A powerful energy wave burst out from within him. With the eruption of energy, all the surrounding people were suspended in midair by the energy. At this moment, Wang Maple couldn't help but secretly complain in his heart. Why does Yegu Citadel always have to make such a big scene every time they make a move? Fortunately, I have the aspect entry stage cultivation level as a foundation. Otherwise, I would be no different from my disciples. Where would the sect's face be? While Wang Maple was pondering, Yegu Citadel had already leaped high into the air. He quickly moved forward in the air by stepping on the bodies of those little gagas. In just a blink of an eye, Yegu Citadel flew to the top of Lin Cloudy's head. Although Lin Cloudy also keenly noticed the anomaly. But Yegu Citadel had already taken the first move. Before Lin Cloudy could react, a move called Celestial Soaring Immortal was already coming down with force. Only to see a white energy heading straight towards Lin Cloudy's head. Lin Cloudy suddenly burst into a fierce and tragic howl. Then the soaring rainbow sword smoothly sheathed itself. Lin Cloudy and his henchmen fell to the ground in response. At the moment he fell to the ground, a jade pendant flew out from his chest. The verdant jade pendant flew out in an instant. Little Fly Dancing's eyes suddenly lit up brightly. She hurried forward and caught the jade pendant. And now Lin Cloudy is lying on the ground like a dead dog. Yegu Citadel spoke again. According to the sect leader, young Master Lin has already left. Little Fly Dancing couldn't help but be secretly shocked when he saw this. I knew from the beginning that this person had extraordinary martial arts skills. I didn't expect him to be so skilled to such a degree. Especially with his recent move, the Celestial Soaring Immortal technique. Even if Marquis Xianlan were to come in person, it seems doubtful that he could retreat unscathed. With such a talented individual in the Immortal Being Sect serving as an elder, one would expect their reputation to be renowned. Why have I never heard of this before? Could it be that I have been so uninformed to this extent? And Wang Maple suddenly interrupted her thoughts. I know you mentioned joining the Immortal Being Sect just now as a temporary measure for self-protection. But I sincerely want to take you as my disciple. But considering that my sect is a secluded and prestigious sect, you can make a decision after becoming familiar with it. Little Fly Dancing suddenly looked excited. She clearly didn't expect Wang Maple to be so nice to her. Later, Little Fly Dancing handed the jade pendant in her hand to Wang Maple. Then she said earnestly, "This jade pendant is an heirloom of the Ling family. Today, I am grateful for the sect leader's great favor in avenging me. I offer it as my initiation fee." Wang Maple does not know if the system accepts the jade pendant as an initiation fee. But Wang Maple suddenly found that Little Fly Dancing's face inexplicably turned red. It turned out that this jade pendant was extremely important to her. This was passed down to him by his father, asking her to use it as a token of love in the future. However, as a young child, she felt that this ancestral jade pendant, she would definitely not give it away to others. But who would have expected that today, she would personally give the jade pendant to Wang Maple? After Wang Maple received the jade pendant, the system immediately sounded a prompt. Congratulations to the host for completing 1/10 of the task of recruiting disciples. Rewards include 1 summoning and 1 lottery opportunity. Wang Maple patted Little Fly Dancing on the shoulder. Now you are a disciple of the Immortal Being Sect. Your enemy is the sect's enemy. You can take some interest first. Lin Cloudy nearby was immediately scared and shaking all over. Little Fly Dancing's pupils couldn't help but widen suddenly. Then she picked up the branch from the ground. She slowly walked towards the lifeless Lin Cloudy. Little Fly Dancing coldly said as she picked up the stick, "The grudge of annihilation for the family runs deep like a sea of blood. If this vengeance is not avenged, I am unworthy of being Miss Ling of the Ling family." The stick suddenly stabbed out, piercing directly through Lin Cloudy's chest. Lin Cloudy immediately burst into a piercing scream. But Little Fly Dancing had no intention of stopping. "You took my ancestral jade pendant and played tricks on me. Have you ever thought about today? You are high and mighty, thinking that with the identity of Marquis Xianlan's young master, you can control everything. Have you ever thought about today? You wiped out my entire Ling family. Have you ever thought about today? Only saw little fly dancing stick after stick. She crazily stabbed Ling Cloudy with a wooden stick. Fatty was scared to the point of peeing instantly when he saw this scene. Little junior sister did. But Wang Maple showed a smile. It's okay. Let her vent. Before long, the screams came to an abrupt end. Ling Cloudy had lost her life. And at this moment, the system also issued a prompt. Congratulations to innate disciple Ling Fly Dancing for defeating the Mystic General Stage Expert. You have gained 300 sect points. This is an ordinary and silly person. He actually possesses talents surpassing even the heavenly arrogance, a monster genius. Just now, Ling Fly Dancing finally avenged his father by killing his enemy. After calming down, she knelt on the ground to express her gratitude. Many thanks to sect leader and Elder Yegu for helping Fly Dancing avenge this blood feud. From now on, Fly Dancing is a member of the Immortal Being Sect. Wang Maple immediately expressed her satisfaction. The sect will provide her with a good cultivation platform. But whether you can become a strong individual still depends on your own efforts. In the end, Wang Maple also reminded fiercely. Remember, the Immortal Being Sect fears nothing, not even the most powerful individuals. These domineering remarks immediately subdued Ling Fly Dancing. She was deeply moved by them, and tears of emotion welled up in her eyes. Unable to contain her emotions, she immediately grabbed Wang Maple's hand and moved closer to her chest. She vowed not to let sect leader down, showing her determination. Seeing this scene, Wang Maple couldn't help but secretly pride himself on his unparalleled control over people's hearts. But then he faced a dilemma. Now that he had boasted, how could he guide others in the future? After all, Ling Fly Dancing was clearly not someone who could be easily deceived. At that moment, Yegu Citadel suddenly tapped the sword at Ling Fly Dancing's waist. Then he asked her if she was Cultivate Sword Path. Ling Fly Dancing nodded respectfully at the words. Yes, Elder Yegu. Then Yegu Citadel spoke words that caused the faces of everyone to change drastically. Are you willing to become my disciple? Wang Maple quickly reminded him when he came back to his senses. It's even harder for Elder Yegu to take in disciples than for a stone to bloom. What are you still standing there for? Ling Fly Dancing couldn't even dream of such a great opportunity. How did it end up falling on my head? She hurriedly knelt down with a thud on the ground. Then, with a loud noise, she said, Greetings, Master. Yegu Citadel nodded in satisfaction. Your sword momentum is quite good. Before I impart my sword art to you, you need to first deal with the internal injuries you have suffered. Follow me. Let me help you heal your wounds first. Wang Maple couldn't help but sigh inwardly. With a talented and intelligent disciple, the sect began to take shape in just one afternoon. The chubby one is even more envious. Junior sister entered later than me and still managed to be accepted as a disciple under Elder Yegu, such a strong cultivator. As a grand senior disciple, how can I let junior sister surpass me? So the chubby one plucked up the courage to ask. I wonder what arrangements you have for me next. But Wang Maple patted his belly. What you need most now is to lose weight. Go. Tidy up around the thatched cottage. This is the base of my Immortal Being Sect. As soon as these words came out, the fat guy instantly petrified in place. But he could only weed while silently complaining. Wasn't I supposed to be a rare talent? But as soon as the little junior sister appeared, I turned into grass. Wang Maple quickly opened the panel to see if he could draw a new big shot this time. Only the sect information is displayed. If drawn again, there will be only 3 spots left. After dispelling the idea of drawing lots, Wang Maple asked the system what sect points are used for. The system immediately provided an answer. Sect points can allow the host to exchange for drawing lots opportunities, upgrade the system, and increase system levels. As the system level increases, the host can summon stronger experts and artifacts and accommodate more disciples, and so on. Wang Maple's eyes immediately lit up with an urgent inquiry. What are the ways to obtain sect points? There are 3 ways to obtain sect points. The first is to complete tasks released by the system. The more difficult the task, the more sect points you will receive. The second is to kill invading enemies. The stronger the enemies killed, the more sect points you will earn. The third is to recruit top talents into the sect. The higher the ability of the talent, the more sect points you will gain. So Wang Maple asked why Ling Fly Dancing did this. Talented individuals who can cultivate to the spirit awakening stage pinnacle at the age of 18 or 19. Why didn't her sect points increase after she joined the sect? The system indicated that Ling Fly Dancing only has a fair aptitude. Without a special physique, and without comprehending artistic conception, she hasn't reached the ranks of top geniuses. Wang Maple didn't expect the threshold for being a top genius to be so high. He then asked the system if he could be considered a genius. His despair stems from his own ordinary aptitude. However, he is deemed a genius only because he is the master of the system. Feeling a bit bored, Wang Maple asked about Li Qing's aptitude. To his surprise, it turned out that inquiring about aptitude required 100 sect points. Although 100 sect points are quite expensive, Wang Maple still gritted his teeth and chose to inquire. What shocked Wang Maple was that the chubby Li Qing was actually among the ranks of Supreme Monster Genius. Wang Maple was completely shocked this time. He never expected it at all. The talent of this chubby adorable guy is unexpectedly outstanding. This chubby guy has the Monster Genius qualification. He actually possesses the body of the mystic spirit turtle immortal. Just now, after a systematic investigation, Wang Maple discovered that Fatty Li Qing is actually a genius with the qualifications to be a supreme monster genius. Furthermore, Li Qing possesses the body of the mystic spirit turtle immortal. It's just that it has not been activated yet. Wang Maple quickly inquired about what the body of the mystic spirit turtle immortal is. The body of the mystic spirit turtle immortal is a top-tier special physique in the world. This physique has the abilities of absolute defense and absolute longevity. If he achieves the physique of the mystic spirit turtle immortal, as long as he does not harm his life, the heavens and earth may age, but he remains eternal. All things may wither, but he persists. His lifespan is endless, and his defense is extremely strong. Even if the heavens and earth were to shatter, he would still be at ease. This time, Wang Maple was completely dumbfounded. That Fatty Li Qing actually possesses such a terrifying physique. If he cultivates the mystic spirit turtle immortal physique to perfection, wouldn't he be able to achieve immortality and indestructibility? Wang Maple immediately decided that he must nurture that fatty. So, he asked the system how to activate the mystic spirit turtle immortal physique. But the system instead asked Wang Maple whether he thought the fatty deserved a beating. Wang Maple was puzzled instantly. What does Li Qing deserving a beating have to do with the mystic spirit turtle immortal physique? But the answer given by the system left Wang Maple in shock. It was to get a beating. It turns out that the body of the mystic spirit turtle immortal needs a continuous external strike to stimulate the complete awakening of the bloodline inside its body. Wang Maple's eyes immediately lit up. I cannot help him activate by searching for treasures. Just getting hit is enough. It's that simple. Anyway, as long as I don't kill Li Qing, with the terror of his mystic spirit turtle immortal body, I'm afraid everything will be fine. And the fat guy suddenly trembled violently. He felt a wave of inexplicable chill rushing over him. Just at that moment, the thatched cottage of the Immortal Being Sect suddenly erupted with terrifying energy fluctuations. This energy shot straight up into the sky. The fat guy immediately panicked and asked what was going on with the cyclone in the sky. Wang Maple, however, calmly said, "Don't worry. Everything is under my control." Wang Maple then secretly asked about what was going on with the cyclone in the sky. It turns out it's because disciple Ling Fly Dancing is about to break through to the Mystic General stage. This is the omen triggered by her advancement. After the shock, Wang Maple quickly explained to Fatso. This is because of the movement caused by Fly Dancing Junior Sister's imminent breakthrough to the Mystic General stage. This time, Fatty is completely not calm. When Junior Sister entered the Immortal Being Sect, not only did she become the disciple of the top powerhouse elder, but she also broke through her cultivation level. On the contrary, it's me. I'm still just a mortal. If this continues, my status as the Grand Senior Disciple might not be guaranteed. And Wang Maple also saw through Fatty's thoughts. So he signaled to him not to be discouraged. Tomorrow, I will teach you how to cultivate beyond your Fly Dancing Junior Sister. As long as you can bear it. The fat guy immediately patted his chest and swore that he could definitely bear it. Shortly after, Wang Maple looked towards the vortex and said, I am looking forward to the future when you break through the Mystic General stage. Will it cause a bigger commotion? At the same time, the phenomenon caused by Ling Fly Dancing's breakthrough has also caught the attention of others. The mysterious man suddenly laughed. I never thought that after hundreds of years of slumber, once I awaken, I could obtain provisions for a Mystic General stage. So looking forward to it. You can become the provisions for this demon. Then the man took a step forward and swiftly flew towards the Immortal Being Sect. With a loud explosion, he quickly entered the Immortal Being Sect. He is the dominant mystic demon overlord in the area. But he was mercilessly mocked by a fat man with no cultivation level. But the demon overlord dared not kill him. Just now, Ling Fly Dancing, after receiving treatment at Yegu Citadel, unexpectedly broke through to the Mystic General stage. As a result, the system rewarded her with 1,000 sect points. This time, Wang Maple was instantly overjoyed. This little girl is indeed a genius. If it weren't for the system, my stage would have been caught up too soon. The successful breakthrough, Ling Fly Dancing promptly and sincerely thanked Wang Maple. And the fat one was already howling in his heart. What is a mere Mystic General? When I enter the aspect entry in a year, that will be impressive. Wang Maple immediately chuckled and gestured. Study well with Elder Yegu in the future. Just at that moment, a dark red figure suddenly appeared behind Wang Maple. Thought there was only one Mystic General stage prey, didn't expect there are a few ants as well. Immediately, Wang Maple hurriedly spent 100 sect points to check all the information about the newcomer. Wang Maple knows well that knowing oneself and knowing others can lead to victories in every battle. And this person gives him an immense sense of oppression. So, Wang Maple still thinks it's safer to investigate thoroughly. Then a system prompt comes up. This person is the Mystic Demon Overlord, who wreaked havoc on the Solar Radiance Empire 1,000 years ago, with a cultivation level reaching the pinnacle of the Mystic Emperor stage. He was defeated by the Grand Emperor of the Solar Radiance Empire. He has just broken free from his seal. Currently, his cultivation level is only at the pinnacle of the Royal Lord stage. Wang Maple couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief after reading it. Fortunately, he had just broken free from the seal. Otherwise, relying solely on Yegu Citadel, they probably couldn't win. Just then, the fat man suddenly shouted, Who goes there? How dare you trespass into our Immortal Being Sect? Get lost now, or else Elder Yegu will make sure you have no place to be buried. The Mystic Demon Overlord immediately sneered at the words, saying, What a joke! The Immortal Being Sect is nothing. As for you, this chubby person, you must really want to die. How dare you speak disrespectfully to this demon overlord? The arrogance displayed by the chubby person instantly shocked Wang Maple and Yegu Citadel in secret. They did not expect Li Qing to have such courage. He actually dared to scold the powerful Royal Lord stage pinnacle expert as a mere mortal. Ling Fly Dancing on the side quickly reminded in a low voice. This person's cultivation level is at least Royal Lord stage pinnacle as well. Mystic Demon Overlord burst into laughter as soon as he heard it. You, little girl, are quite observant. I am just that terrifying. But the fat guy remained calm. What about Royal Lord stage? Isn't there a sect leader present? The sect leader said, ascending to aspect entry in 1 year and becoming a mystic emperor in 3 years is just a matter of moving your fingers.